Am I serious or is this reality?
Boom. Ever needed a fly rod that is small enough to fit in your backpack but still delivers on performance? Let's check out the L-Ray G6 packable fly rod by Pescador on the fly and find out why this is definitely a secret weapon. And the cool thing about the L-Ray G6 packable fly rod is that it's a 6-piece rod. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. This rod is designed for anglers who need a compact, high-performance rod that is easy to carry. If you want something that you can always have in your pack that just disappears, we're going to get into this a little bit on the size of this thing compared to some other rods that are packable rods. And the great thing is you're not going to sacrifice quality or performance. Nowadays, you've got the G6 that's going to get you there. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to show you this rod compared to a normal packable fly rod and the difference of getting it into backpacks and what that looks like. We're going to show you today as we do this unboxing and we share this rod with you today. There's 5 key people that it's for. The traveling angler, those who want a rod that fits in a suitcase and a carry-on or backpack for fishing trips. For backpackers or hikers who want lightweight, compact performance in remote waters. For frequent flyers, if you're traveling around the country for business or pleasure or family, you can put this 6-piece in your carry-on. So this actually will go into your backpack and it won't be sticking out above. It'll fit inside your pack. We're going to show you that in a little bit. For minimalist anglers, those who prefer small packable setups for day trips and outings, and also for the backup rod seeker, those who are on a trip maybe around the world and you want to make sure you have the backup rod. So they Pescador on the fly covers these in all different weights and sizes. This one is built for convenience without sacrificing performance, making it the great option for anyone who loves to fish but needs more travel-worthy gear to carry. Let's look at what this looks like compared to a typical rod. So like you said, this is about 21.5 inches. Here is your typical rod, and I don't think we can even, yeah, we can get this on the screen. So here's a typical 4-piece rod, and here is the Pescador rod. You can see the difference. That's quite considerable when you think of the sizing on this thing, because this little length here is what's going to be sticking out of your backpack for the most part. And we're not talking giant backpack. This is going to fit into just your normal backpack that you'd be carrying on a short day hike sort of thing. So that's one big thing. I think that's one big thing to be thinking about here, just the size. The difference here is substantial, and this thing disappears. So that's one of the big things we're going to talk about here. Let's get into it, and I'm going to show you a little bit of what this thing looks like in a couple of different angles. So first, as we see here, we've got this great, you can't tell, but we'll zoom in on what this looks like. On another angle, we'll show you how nice this case is. This is a really super solid case. You can see on the end, it's got that, which is the G6. And so when you open this up, really high quality here, and we're going to show you more of this today, but let's pull it out. What you get is your rod sleeve, and then in here are all the different pieces. So let's just break this out. Again, we're going to look at this as we go, but here's the first piece, and again, this is a 6-piece rod, so we're just going to show you as we go, and I'll be zooming in. Like on this one, you're not going to be able to really see. You're not going to be able to see the details, so we'll zoom in on another angle with this. But here is, take a look. You got really nice finish reel seat. These are really high-end components we're going to show you in a little bit. It's got a really nice, and I always forget what type of cork, not a cigar, but a really nice cork handle. Just clean, and we've used these on the water, cast really great. So as we put these together here, on the 6-piece, we're just going to do it just like that. We're going to put this together, and you line up these from the hook eye. You can line up that and do one of those, although there's also eye spots on this, which we can see here, so that's easy to line up. So if you're new to fly fishing, these eye spots are how you line up the rod. And so you could eyeball it to line these up, but actually these little dots are the easier way. So there's the first 2 pieces, and you don't want to jam this on. You want to basically, when you put these on, you just put it on until it's just snug. You don't have to really rank on these, just till it's snug. That's how you do it. And to take it off, usually you can just pull. You don't want to do a lot of twisting, isn't always the best thing to do. You should just pull straight out when you're taking it apart. So just a little tip there. So, but we'll zoom in on this so again, so you can see the components, how nice these finishes are. So we'll take a look at that. So there's There's the next two pieces, and then we're going to go the last two pieces, of course. And this is a 6-piece compared to a 4-piece. Now we're down to this same thing. We're just going to put these together, and you can see these guides. And again, it's I'm going to look right here, right there, right down the two. Let's see if we can get you in there. Oh yeah, there you go. It's pretty awesome. I've never done that before. Right between the bullseye. And the other cool thing about this rod is there's one more little bonus prize in here that this thing comes with. It actually comes with 2 tips. And so a lot of the tips, not that you're going to have a problem with the tips, but this is nice because where things get broken are on the tips, car doors, stuff like that. So instead of having to send back, you actually have a tip that you can get, and then you can send it back. So you don't have to stop fishing if you break the tip. You've got an extra. So it's actually 7 pieces, but that's the 6-piece rod. All right, let's jump into this now. I want to show you a little bit more on packing this. We're gonna show what this looks like getting into a backpack now, so you can see kind of what that looks like. I'm going to show you what a typical 4-piece rod looks like. So typically, if I was going to put this on here on the pack, I would either put it inside, or I'd probably put it on the outside. I'd probably stick it in here somewhere and lock it. And we can see the differences. Look how high that sticks above the backpack. You see what you have? So you've got this backpack, which essentially, you know, is going to be carried, and you can kind of see it on the screen, is going to be sticking that far out. The difference is now, if we go to the Pescador, the 6-piece, again, until you see this, you don't think much about it. But when you go to the Pescador, this is the game changer for packing what we're talking about. So instead of sticking that, I could still do that, put that on the outside, it'd be great, but look at this. I'm going to put this inside the pack, and I'm going to put it in the pack, and look what I'm going to do. I'm going to zip it up, all the way up, and it's in the pack, and it's gone. So now it's in there, and you got all your other stuff. So you've got always, I got my bars in here too. Let's see. Oh, some of these guys. I want to shout out. I like these. I'm gonna have one of those after this film here. So there you go. So you see the advantage. That's what it looks like. We're also gonna do one little bonus here to show you. I've got other pack that I've had for a while, which is, I rarely use this thing, and I don't think it's, let's take a look at it. I rarely use this thing. It's a fold out pack. But again, just to try another style of backpack to see what this looks like. So if I was using this little, which is even a smaller pack, I would probably do something like, again, I'd probably do something like this. Stick it in there and fold. And now look at the size, how far that sticks above the pack. There's no way. I mean, that thing's gonna be all over the place, right? And this one, I don't think this is gonna quite fit in here because it's a really small pack. But if we were to put this in here, actually, guess what? This thing does fit in here, I think. It's gonna push out the top, but there we go. So this, we'll zip this up. And look at that, it does fit in this little tiny pack. All right, so there you go. So this is a little fold out pack you saw, right? So now, if I've got this, I'm gonna throw this on, and I've got my pack right here as well. And I got my pack in there. That's pretty amazing. I didn't think that was actually gonna fit. So that's a big part. We'll zoom in on, this is the Venture Pal. This is just like an Amazon backpack, which I've had for a while. And it's kind of been cool. I throw it in there just as an extra backpack. So there you go. It fits into the smallest backpack. Is there anything else in this room we can stuff around here and try to see if it'll fit? Let's see what else we got. And this is probably our smallest. This is a Mountain Smith. It's probably our smallest one. This one definitely is not going to fit inside, although it comes close. And there's actually a strap on the bottom here. You could put it right here and have it on the bottom just to see what that looks like. So again, you'd be doing something like that. So see how that, if you tighten it up, you know, it's compact. You get another thing. But that's what that baby's gonna look like. So again, let's compare. So there's what that looks like. Pretty much disappears for the most part. If you switch that out and we go with a normal 4-piece, just imagine what this would be like if you're fishing. That's what it's going to look like. So that thing is not going to work. You're not going to be hanging around. You're going to be bounced. So that's right. So that's why, again, the 6-piece is so key. And the final one is, I'm going to give you one more bonus one. Here it is. Here it is. We are going to fit in this dirty little pack. We're going to fit that rod. Let's see it right now. Let's see if this fits. Let's test this. There you go. All right. Let's see if it fits. We're going to go in this side. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Fits like a glove. Perfect. Right there. No problem. Just throw it on. You strap it on your hip pack, and you just go like this. Just go like this. And you always got it right here.
Am I serious? Or is this reality?
Boom. We got a few top features that we're going to talk about for this rod here. And the first one is number one, ultra compact and travel friendly. We've shown that. We've shown that on getting it into our backpacks. This is the 6-piece. It breaks down into, like we said, 21.5 inches for easy packing. The benefits, as we mentioned, it fits in the backpack, carry-on, travel cases, making it perfect for the traveling anglers, backpackers, adventurers who want to fish anywhere without getting into the deals with checking bags, things like that. Number two benefit, high performance action and a packable rod. So this is not some low action, low class rod. This is a high performance rod. It casts great. It's a medium fast action, so it's got a smooth flex, the perfect rod. If you're kind of new or if you have some skills, this is the rod you're going to want. It casts great. So both long and short distances, provides accurate, powerful versatility, great for freshwater and saltwater. And unlike many multi-piece rods, it doesn't feel stiff or clunky. And that's the problem in the past, is that the multi 6-piece rods, whatever, 5, 6, 7-piece rods, they were kind of clunky. And that's the biggest thing. This does not feel, this just feels like a normal 4-piece rod. All right, and the number 3 big benefit is durable and versatile in any fishing trip. So again, this is a nice rod, high quality, corrosion resistant components, solid reel seat, which we've shown you. We'll take another look at the reel seat. Right there, we got the reel seat. And it's reliable. And so like we're saying, whether this is your backup, whether you're fishing mountain streams, remote lakes, tropical, you know, whatever that is, it's a great investment for frequent travelers, for people needing a backup rod. And we've looked at some of those photos of what that looks like, you know, all around the G6, the L-Ray G6. So I will say there probably is one person that this rod might not be for. If you're somebody who's staying at home and you like 1-pieces and you think a 1-piece is great and you love it, there's no reason to get a 6-piece rod. If you have a 4-piece right now and you're happy with it, there might not be a reason to get this rod. So those are 2 people that maybe this rod isn't for. For everyone else, I think everything we've talked about hits on it pretty well today. So if you want to check out this rod right now, you can go to Pescador on the Fly. That's Pescador, pescadoronthefly.com right now. And if you use the coupon code WetFlySwing, you get a little discount over there. But check out Pescador right now, Pescador on the Fly. And we'll have a link actually down below if you want to check them out and see more details of this rod, see all the specs, see some other photos and videos. This is just a short snippet to kind of wet your whistle on what we have going. And then I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this quick little share. We're going to have more of this on the water as we go. But like I said, if you're interested in a rod that avoids kind of some of the middleman, you go direct to, this is direct to consumer, direct to you. You can check in with Jeff at Pescador on the Fly. And if you're in YouTube right now, which you might be, you can go and subscribe to this channel so you get our next review right in your box there. We're going to be doing more of these as we go. This is kind of fun for me to check out. I think as we get more on the water, it's going to be cool to check these out. And like we said at the start, is this a scam or is this the real deal? I have no question that this is the real deal. You see why a 6-piece rod is killer. And go check them out now. Thanks again. We'll see you on the next one.